Ladies and gentlemen, the following bout, 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action in the 170-pound division. The winner of this fight will be named #1 contender and will fight for the 170-pound title on June 30th at Bay Area Combat. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This fighter makes his home in Los Gatos, California. He weighed in at 169 pounds. He represents Perusa Fight Team, the blue-eyed brawler, Danny Peoples. His opponent, across the cage in the red corner, makes his home in the Bay Area of California. He weighed in at 167 pounds even, representing Pop's Training Camp, Amador, Giovanni, Amador Rosales.
Thank you, Jim Cooley. We got a title eliminator fight. El Matador, Giovanni Amador Rosales, and the red trunks taking on Danny Blue-Eyed Baller Peoples. Should be a good fight right here, and a lot on the line for these two guys.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a clash of styles where Rosales is very comfortable on his feet, but Danny Peoples is a wrestler, so it's going to be interesting to who gets the upper hand here.
El Matador better hope he doesn't run into a bull here in the 170-pound division. And Peoples shoots right in and gets it.
Yeah, and the 2 fights in Rosales' amateur career, he got taken up 5 times in those 2 rounds. So Peoples getting a takedown, not too surprising based off of the footage that I've seen.
Yeah, Rosales comes in 2-0, Peoples 2-2. Peoples has alternated wins and losses.
Trying to go for an armbar.
Yeah, Rosales very aggressive from his back.
Yeah, the judges are going to be very cognizant of that, as that he's going for offense from the bottom position.
And Rosales able to land a little bit there. But Peoples doing a good job to get out of that armbar. It was never really any serious.
Yeah, more of just kind of a defensive tactic, if anything, just to switch it up a little, make him uncomfortable on top.
Yeah, it's interesting on Peoples' career. He has 2 submission losses and 2 TKO wins for a grappler. So he really wants to finish with some ground and pound, not necessarily get into a submission battle here with Rosales.
Yeah, and Rosales is a very dangerous guy to be on the ground with, very aggressive and always on the move.
Yeah, he has only 5 months of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training, but obviously Jiu-Jitsu is very important here in this position.
But Peoples doing a good job just to stay on top here the whole round. Will probably be enough to get him the first round. But Rosales, very good job to stay busy on his back, and the ref stands him up here.
I mean, that's something to remember, too. If the ref's going to stand him up that early as Rosales, that may be a good defensive tactic. Just tie him up and try and get back up top.
Yeah, only 30 seconds left here, round 1. Title eliminator fight. The winner gets a crack at the belt next time around. Peoples, single leg.
I mean, Rosales needs to be aware of that. I don't even think Peoples really trying to throw a punch. You just need to be ready for that sprawl.
Yeah, absolutely.
And El Matador able to survive the single leg takedown, but good first 2 minutes for Danny Peoples.
Yeah. And at least Rosales did do a better job of at least, keeping, not getting taken to the ground, using the fence to keep his balance. But he has to be aware. Obviously, this guy's not going to try and trade with you. Yeah. Just be on the lookout for that and strike him as he goes for it.
Yeah, he has a grappler's mentality and strategy, clearly, that you can even, it's hard to say don't respect a guy's power or his punches.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's going to set up the takedown with the punches.
Yeah.
So you can't give yourself up for that single leg, the double leg. Yeah. And you have to be able to sprawl immediately whenever he shoots.
And as you mentioned earlier, Brian, Rosales so far, both his fights have gone the distance to the scorecards, and all 4 of People's fights have been finishes, either submission losses or TKO wins for People. So you got to think maybe the longer the fight goes, it could maybe favor Rosales because he's been down this road before.
Yeah, Rosales, in an interview I saw with him, really championed his conditioning, and that he's constantly doing things to improve his conditioning. So long around this goes, Rosales may get an advantage here.
And you would think Rosales' game plan, he would have to know, what Peoples is about as a fighter. So you think he would be preparing for those takedowns that are getting thrown at him so far as well.
Round 2, title elimination fight.
Yeah, already an adjustment. It looks like Rosales is less upright than he was in the first round.
And even in those exchanges, you can tell he's keeping his body flat so he can be ready for those takedown attempts by Peoples if they come.
So give credit to Pop's Training Camp, a.k.a. for his coaching between rounds.
Rosales lands a nice right. And Peoples
you heard that one hit.
Goes right for the takedown. So you know it hurt him a little bit. He shot right in for the takedown after that big right hand.
Got to give Rosales a lot of confidence as Peoples, like Zach said, went for the takedown because he probably got stunned a little bit.
Rosales doing a good job with the knees right now, too.
You got to think, too, if you're Rosales here, you're doing pretty good with the distance strikes. So maybe try and separate right here.
And this is where you want him, you know, control him up top, get him against the fence, keep mixing up your punches and knees, and he's scoring a lot right now. He's definitely winning this round.
And on top of that, he's got all his weight on Peoples here, so it's wearing him down a little bit. And mentioned earlier, both fights for Rosales have been decision victories. Nice knee to the body.
And Rosales knows, you know, he's not as comfortable up here standing up in the grappling position, especially compared to being on the ground.
So they separate here. 40 seconds left, round 2. Smile on the face of Rosales.
It looked like they had a little funny exchange there.
Another right hand lands for Rosales and another right.
He has landed bombs now.
Peoples goes for the takedown. Good sprawl by the El Matador.
Another good job by Rosales, keeping his feet spread, not letting him get the takedown.
To the back. 18 seconds left. Peoples already has had 2 submission losses. El Matador trying to make it 3. Final 10 seconds. Doesn't look like it's under the neck. Might have it now.
But there's barely any time left. It's going to be close. I think he's going to hold out.
Peoples able to survive, but a big second round for Giovanni Amador Rosales.
He got caught with, I believe it was the right hand after the left. One of those 2 punches on that 2-punch combo really got him nice. He definitely won that round, no question.
Yeah, you got to think it's 1-1 going to winner-take-all round 3 for the next title shot.
I do want to guess, there's no MMA rules of 10-8s, right? Like, that's not a possibility? Okay.
The new rules and regulations are not set here in amateur California.
Hey, you never know. That's why I'm here, to clarify the stupidity.
And I guess now Danny Peoples, instead of the blue-eye brawler, now he's the red-faced wrestler. Without the bloodshed in that second round. So Rosales, he did a really good job after that. It was a close round, but I would have edged it to Peoples. But he came out very aggressive and had a good game plan.
And you know that right at the beginning of the second round, you saw Rosales come down, stay a little lower to the ground, able to defend any possible takedowns from Peoples, and he was able to land with that right hand.
In fact, if I've ever seen a fighter make adjustments from the first round to the second round, that's the best adjustment I've seen. And you think about it, AKA, I'm not even sure if it's the actual American kickboxing. Is it the actual AKA team or another one? Oh,
yeah. He gets a little bit of help there, too. He also trains with
just a little
Pop's training camp also, too. But, yeah, I mean, you got the 205-pound champ, Daniel Cormier, along with Cain Velasquez. Luke Rockhold in and out now, and you got Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I think Rosales is easier than Nurmagomedov.
Don't want to wrestle that guy.
Yeah.
And you can tell all Peoples is going for is that takedown, and Rosales is all over it now. He's not giving it to him.
Peoples breathing really hard out there here in round 3, and Rosales looks like he can go another 3 rounds after this.
It's going to be tough for his conditioning to breathe out of his mouth the entire round.
Nice kick to the body lands for Rosales.
Yeah, Rosales is just doing a really good job keeping the fight where he wants it and then just executing.
He looks very comfortable at his own pace, not going too aggressive to get too close to the wrestler. If he gets too close, maybe he gets taken down.
Rosales having fun out there, smiling, telling Peoples to come at him, lands a right hand. He's talking to him a little bit.
Yeah,
Rosales landing at will.
Finding his range, getting his rhythm with those strikes.
Oh, this one might be over. Lands the 1-2. Peoples goes to a knee. Peoples surviving barely. The ref looking to stop it. And that is all she wrote, folks.
Wow.
Big time win for El Matador. He is getting the next title shot.
He had 170 pounds. Impressive Giovanni Rosales with that 3rd round knockout victory over Danny Peoples. His first finished victory of his career.
You could tell once he controlled the fight and where it was going, and Peoples had no way to get him to the ground, this fight was over. And Rosales really just did everything he could to make sure he kept standing. Ended it. Great fight for him.
And even the first round, I mean, Peoples won that round with the takedown, but Rosales super aggressive on his back, made Peoples work, and then able to wear him down round 2. Round 3, Rosales just too much to handle for Danny Peoples.
Yeah, just impressive fighter strategy from him and his team to recognize that Peoples was just really going for that takedown, and that was pretty much his entire offensive strategy. You make a small adjustment as to really get lower and just anticipate those takedown attempts.
Yeah.
You see what it does for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's been 3 guys I've been super impressed with tonight. Quentin Wright, Sal Osorio, and then obviously El Matador here. We're going to go ahead and send it over to Jim Cooley for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute, 19 seconds of round number 3, referee John Toll has called a stop to the contest. Your winner, via technical knockout, El Matador, Giovanni Amador Rosales. Don't forget, guys, June 30th, the Matador will be back fighting for the 170-pound championship here at Bay Area Combat, so you don't want to miss it. We'll see you guys there on June 30th.
So you heard it there from Jim Cooley. June 30th will be the title shot for El Matador. Super impressive performance here.
Yeah, absolutely. For this, it'll be his first opportunity for a title here with Bay Area Combat. Watching him in anticipation for this match, very confident fighter. This can only serve to add to that confidence.
Yeah. Well, boys, we got 4 fights left. These last few have been all finishes. I don't think it's going to stop now. We got a middleweight fight coming up between Adam Danu and Jorge Carrasco.
Don't be shy.